everyone, it's Anna for Pretty Presets, and today I'm going to be walking you through an overview of our Luminous collection. Now, keep in mind that this is simply an overview. It's not a tutorial, but I am linking to the tutorial that is on our blog. I'm linking to it here on the screen, and I'll also link to it in the description of the video. So if you've just purchased the Luminous collection and you need help with the presets, definitely check out the tutorial, because today I'm just going to show you what the Luminous collection is all about. Now, basically, Lightroom has come a really long way recently, and we now have more control over our filters, which allows us to create more natural light effects. Now, the Luminous collection is a great way to infuse your images with natural looking light, and of course it works really well on images that are already exposed properly in camera, but it's also going to help revive images that are underexposed, and of course it works really well on backlit images. So let me show you what's included. I'm going to click on the Lightroom 5 and 6 Luminous collection, and of course it also works in Adobe Creative Cloud. So you're going to have four types of presets included in the set. You're going to have your bokeh, flare, haze, and light leak presets. And within all four of those categories, you're going to have various types of presets that achieve that effect. So for example, starting with bokeh, we have 4 different bokeh presets included here. So I'm just going to click on rose petals here, and as you can see, it adds radial filters to the image that mimic the effect that occurs in camera when the background is out of focus. Now, in the tutorial that I'm linking to, you're going to see how to adjust each of the shapes and change the color and exposure and contrast of each. Next, we have the flare presets, and these mimic sun flares, and they're going to come in from the left, the right, and the top of the image. So the one that I just applied was angelic left. Now, if I wanted to have this come from the other side of my image, I would use angelic right. And as you can see, there are several flare presets. So just about anything that you think of, from the left, the right, you're going to have warm and cool is going to be included in your flare presets. Now, if you apply a flare or a bokeh or any of the presets here and decide that you want to try something else, you can always use the reset image preset, which is going to take it back to your original image. So I just removed my flare preset. Next, we're going to look at the haze presets, and these are exactly what they sound like. They just add a really nice hazy ethereal feel to your image. So the first one that I clicked on here was Golden Glow, and it really just brightened up my image. So it's adding haze, but it's also adjusting the exposure. And the haze will also add color tones. For example, here I selected the Golden Hour haze preset, and it really warmed up my image. If I wanted to cool it down, I would use Seafoam, and it still gives the image a hazy feel, but it's much cooler. Okay, so after the haze presets, you will find the light leak presets, and there are 10 different light leak presets, and what these do is they add a light leak effect that is similar to what would happen in film photography if your image was prematurely exposed to light in camera and the film was affected before it was developed. So it's very retro and vintage and does add that film vibe to your image, and it can be tweaked. You can change the color and the intensity of the light leaks, which we'll go over in the more in-depth Luminous collection tutorial. So again, just to recap, what we have in this set are your bokeh, flare, haze, and light leak presets, and like I said before, they work best on images that are exposed properly in camera, but they also work really well to brighten your image and add haze and light to your images to increase and correct the exposure. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and if you have any questions for us, please just feel free to let us know. Thanks, everybody.